Welcome back, everyone, to me, Shiva Wilson, and Colorbird. That's me, Shiva Wilson, and the Colorbird. That's three different people. I'm joking. No, I'm Shiva Wilson. Welcome to the Colorbird, and welcome to flower legalisation number 9. Legalised recreational flower in the UK. I have to say that as my catchphrase for the videos. As you know, I'm doing one video per day. And today we're going to be focusing on flower legalisation in Canada. The big one. The big CA. Canada. Yeah, I mean, I remember it happening in Canada in 2018. But then nothing more really emerged from that news. It was just, boom, Canada's legalising recreational flower. And then 2 of my friends went and moved over there. Grrr. Well, jealous. Can't move over there. I've got a criminal record. Can't move over there. Got no job. Can't move over there. Got no friends or family. No family members over there. Can't move over there. Bums. But anyway, let's talk about flower legalisation in Canada, because it's the one I think that we should be watching and emulating our flower legalisation efforts around. We should be focusing around Canada and maybe a little bit of Germany, but mainly Canada and the US states, I think. They all do it in a different way in the US states. But Canada seems pretty responsible and also quite liberal with what they allow. So anyway, here we go. Flower legalisation in Canada was a long and complex process driven by a confluence of factors. And now here's a timeline. 2015. The Liberal Party, led by Justin Trudeau, came to power on a platform that included the promise to legalise flower. 2016. The Canadian government introduced legislation to legalise and regulate flower, which was met with debate and amendments. 2018. The Flower Act, legalising recreational flower use for adults, was passed and came into effect on October 17th, 2018. There you go, 2015, the Justin Trudeau came to power. Then they introduced legislation in 2016, which was met with debate and amendments. Then finally, the Flower Acts came into power, October 17th, 2018. So, key reasons for legalisation. Why did they do it? Well, I mean, I wanted to know this. Why did they do it? You know, it's kind of like, why then as well? Why specifically then? When are we going to know? I mean, like in the UK, how are we going to know when it's going to happen? A lot of people are posting online a lot of the time saying, when do you think the UK will legalise flower? And everyone comes up with their own reply, but a lot of people say, not in my lifetime, never. And 5-10 years. People have been saying 5-10 years for the last 5-10 years, man. So, you know, you got to really look at the political landscape and see what can be done within the framework that we have available to us to change flower legalisation in the UK. So why did Canada legalise flower in 2018? Well, we've got some key reasons here. Public opinion. Polls consistently showed strong public support for legalisation, with the majority of Canadians believing that prohibition was ineffective and harmful. So there you go. Prohibition is ineffective and harmful. So how have they come to that conclusion? Perhaps they have slightly less demonisation of flower in their media. We've got a lot of demonisation of flower in our media. It's always a scandal when something to do with flower comes up. It's always like, shock horror. They use the C word in the news. People are crazy over flower. It makes people crazy. Health and safety. The government argued that legalisation would allow for better regulation and control over the quality and safety of flower products, reducing the risk associated with illicit markets. So that's the government arguing that. Wow. Doesn't that sound progressive, that the government's actually arguing for legalisation and it's not necessarily the people that are doing it, it's the government itself, the people who are in charge of the country actually were arguing for legalization. There you go. So they're saying, yeah, better quality and regulation and control for the safety of flower products, reducing the risk associated with illicit markets. So they're trying to create a better product for the end user, which I support. Just said the word user, that sounds a bit wrong. The end benefactor. Economic benefits. Legalization was seen as a potential source of revenue for the government and an opportunity to create new jobs in the flower industry. Doesn't that sound so wholesome? The flower industry, ladies and gentlemen. The flower industry. Yeah, that's what we're saying too. I think the legalization advocates in this country are saying, yeah, think of the money you could get from this government. Think of the money. Give me the money. Show me the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. There's a coin there. Give me the money. Anyway, social justice. Advocates for legalization argued that prohibition had disproportionately impacted marginalized communities, particularly people of color. So yeah, we don't hear that much about that in this country. I'm not sure. It definitely has. Prohibition does disproportionately impact marginalized communities and particularly people of color in this country as well. There are statistics online to prove it, but I don't have them to mind right now, so can't say much about it. Anyway, current flower landscape. This is in Canada still. Recreational flower. So Canadians 18 years and older are allowed to possess, use, and grow a limited amount of flower for personal use. I believe that the growing is dependent on the state or province within Canada, so you may or may not be allowed to grow in Canada. Okay, current flower landscape in Canada. Licensed producers. The flower industry is regulated by Health Canada, with licensed producers being responsible for the cultivation, processing, and sale of flower products. Yeah, licensed producers, sounds good. It's all very regulated. Retail sales. Flower can be purchased from licensed retail stores, online platforms, and in some provinces, government-run stores. See, you can run this yourself, government, if you're that neediness to control the flow of flower, then you can have state-run stores. Yep. Edibles and concentrates. The sale of flower edibles, concentrates, and other flower products was legalized in October 2019. So they've got gummies over there, dears. Gummies. Let me eat that 20p gummy. Don't try this at home, people. Ongoing challenges. The flower industry is still evolving and there are ongoing challenges related to access, affordability, and the black market. Now, I read that it's over 60% of people in Canada who buy flower do so from the legal market. 60% now. That's pretty good, I'd say. It's over half, isn't it? It would win an election. Key takeaways. Canada was the first G7 country to legalize recreational flower. The legalization process was driven by a combination of public opinion, health and safety concerns, economic opportunities, and social justice considerations. The Canadian flower landscape is still evolving with challenges and opportunities for growth. There we go. That's my video. So what do we learn from this? Well, it seems like public opinion did come into it. Political leadership, definitely. What else? What can we learn from this? Political leadership. We need someone in power to start arguing for legalization. Economic benefits. Yeah, I don't know why they're turning a blind eye to this economic benefit angle. We need the money. Give me the money. Yep, give the state the money instead of the evil drug lords and drug ladies. Okay, so there you go. Flower legalisation in Canada. Let's try and make it happen in this country. We've had medical legalisation. Don't forget that. That's a thing. If you're on the black market and you want to check your eligibility for medical, I suggest you do that. Apparently, something like 1.8 million people are self-medicating using the black market or the illicit market for flower in this country. That means that there could be around 1.8 million people eligible for medical flower. So it's worth looking up. Look it up online, you'll find it immediately. Medical flower, type the C word that I'm not allowed to say. I think I've already been shadow banned anyway. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for watching. I've been Shiva Wilson, that's been Colorbird, and that has been your daily video, Legalised recreational flower in the UK.